June of 1993.
Back in 1993.
1994, 95 time frame.
December 22nd, 2017.
Devastated.
I was a bit discouraged.
Felt debilitating.
It stopped everything.
So I slammed my brakes on, hoping, okay, this person maybe will either brake, go around me, but she went right into my driver's side.
I just planted my leg down on the hard surface, and what happened was it just gave out, and then the ACL had torn.
I think it was a few things that kind of came to it. It's lower back pain.
When I fell backwards, I tried to stop the fall. There was no railing on the stairs, so I had to do it just with my back. So when I did that, the disc at the S1 joint popped out and broke.
Within a few days, I was having a lot of neck and back pain, but I figured, okay, this happens, it'll eventually go away, but it never did.
It's probably one of the most painful things when you tear an ACL.
And then sometimes it wouldn't matter what I was doing, even if I was just shutting a car door, my back would just give out.
The herniation hit the sciatic nerve and the pain shot down my leg, and I instantly lost all feeling in the bottom of my foot.
I was later prescribed Percocets. I was given muscle relaxers.
I was taking Celebrex and Vioxx.
At first I would go to my doctor, and my doctor would prescribe some pain medication.
And then I was on Tylenol 3 with codeine every 4 hours and muscle relaxers.
I own and operate various pain management and rehabilitation centers throughout the Greater Toronto area. In this office that we're in here today, we have chiropractors, we have physiotherapists, massage therapists, sports medicine specialists, orthopedic surgeons, naturopathic doctors.
So I was basically relying on the pain medication. Couldn't sleep, I wasn't hungry, I wouldn't eat. And I had lost quite a bit of weight. I was barely maybe 90 pounds, hardly eating anything whatsoever. I went to my family doctor. I said, look, something's wrong. I'm not feeling well. I felt like I was dying. He said, well, you need to go off everything cold turkey because your body's addicted. I managed, and then I started to get extreme migraines, sweats, nausea, gagging, feel like you're gonna throw up, just spinning. It was a really bad detox.
I got a reading back that my liver counts were high, and that there was something wrong with my red blood cells. I ended up becoming very ill about 6 months later, and kind of traced it back to this kind of persistent use of the anti-inflammatories. So I would take things like curcumin, serapeptase, and just improve my diet. It's been over 3 years, and I haven't had one episode where my knee actually flared up.
I started going to chiropractor and physiotherapy, and I started to do yoga. That was like me actually doing something physically. And then I also would use more natural products. I've started using creams with herbs in it, like arnica or essential oils. The chiropractor, keeping everything aligned, helped out as well. And then using the creams and the oils. Another alternative medicine I use is physiotherapy. And with that, they check to see how your muscles are working and if there's some imbalance. So altogether, it all worked to help out and worked to prevent it from coming back. Whereas the pharmaceuticals, the pain relievers didn't help make it was more of a temporary Band-Aid solution instead of preventing it from happening again.
So it got to the point where I had a morning where I woke up and I had no feeling in the front of my legs, and that's when I knew it was really serious. It stopped everything. I couldn't move, so I laid on a floor for 3.5 months, and I didn't sleep in a bed. I didn't sleep for more than 20 minutes at a time. I couldn't go to work. I couldn't eat. I was just getting back to playing cello. I had been playing for about 2 years. before the accident, and it's been 14 months and I won't pick it up again. And maybe someday I'll get back to the cello. It's psychologically, I don't feel like I'm ready for it, even though physically I probably am. I don't like taking drugs. It's something that I don't want to do, so I tried to get off them as much as possible. It affected the way I thought. It affected the way I had a conversation with someone, and I didn't like that feeling. Breathing was something that I started to do on the floor while I was in pain, and actually that was really helpful. There's a lot of hope, and you just have to continue to work at being hopeful on those days when you just don't feel like it.
So we very much use an all-encompassing approach to treat the problem. You can use physical medicine like physiotherapy, chiropractic, massage therapy to manage pain. You can use bracing or assistive devices. You can also use things like psychological help to manage chronic pain. Exercise is a big way of treating chronic pain that's non-drug related, and probably one of the best ways to do it.
I would have liked to have known about it, because maybe in the long run it would have saved that addiction that I went through, what my body personally went through.
If I would have understood and learned these things much earlier, it would have been, I think, much more advantageous to my body. Pharmaceuticals are just really a synthesis of the natural remedies that are all around us in the natural world. And there is something in the natural world for everybody.
I think I would have started sooner with natural therapies. I think at a younger age I would have used it for many other things.
And so it's helped me a lot being an educator and understanding that it's the little small steps that get you back to health. Pain is a mind game as much as it is a physical disability.
There should be a transition as you're moving through your cycle of recovery, that you transition from someone else's help to you helping yourself. And those are the things on the other end of the spectrum: the exercise and the diet, and potentially the devices that you can use. A big misconception is that there's a cure. It's not about a cure. Pain is very much a management issue.
Am I better? No, it'll never be better, but I'm manageable.
It took almost 2.5 years for the swelling to go away.
I don't think I'll ever be completely recovered. It still comes and goes, but I think it doesn't happen as often. It's a lot less frequent.
But it's manageable now. I've had to not do certain things. I can't work out like I used to work out, but I can manage this pain now.
I also encourage people that have chronic pain to not give up, because it's poorly managed in our system, but there is a better approach out there that exists, and we need to start changing the way chronic pain is looked at, and understanding that it's a very real thing.